So the foam roller is such a versatile piece of apparatus, and we can do plenty of things on it that are quite challenging, and we're going to focus on our mid-body for these next series. So come along and let's put the roller behind the back of your shoulder area, and we're going to start with it just wherever it feels comfortable for your body. I often think I'm like at a pool waiting for a cocktail to be delivered. That's kind of where I know I'm in the right place. The hands are laced behind the head for support, and we're going to extend the spine over for a nice long reach. And then breathing out, curl the head and shoulders forwards. So this moment that we're in right now is a releasing moment, just getting away any of the tension that may be in parts of your body, but it's also starting to get your spine quite flexible, as we're going to be needing our body to stay curled forward. The roller is a supportive place for us as we curl ourselves forward now and bring a knee in towards the air. So rolling the knee in, rolling the chest in, and then lowering the head, lowering the foot. And then curling up, bringing the opposite knee in toward you and going down. Be mindful here that as you curl up, you don't want to curl up and poke your head forward. You still want to feel length at the back of the neck. And returning to the mat. And then one more time as we go on with the right. So each time we come up, we're going to add on a new movement. So we're going to find our folded forward position. You're going to curl and twist towards the knee, and then lowering the foot and coming down. So it happens all at once. There's a curl up, a twist, and a draw in of the knee. So it's an oblique moment, and then going over the edge. And again, curl and rotate up and down. Remember, with all these moves, you just do what feels right for you at the time. And if it's not feeling good, then, you stay with what was feeling good. Curl up at the top, stay, extend the leg and look forward, and roll the knee and the elbow close to each other again, and then lowering yourself back across. And rolling up, twist towards your knee, look center as the leg reaches out, and then twist to the knee again, and down we go. We've got one more time each side, just making it a little more coordinated through your moves. So remember, Pilates is also about mind-body connection. So checking in that you're doing your work, twisting, remembering the sequence, and if you can't, you're just following along with me, which is great. And then curling yourself up this time, bringing one leg up and then bringing the other leg up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the rotation here at the top. So we twist towards one side and then twisting towards the other. This is not a fast movement. It is coordinated. It is balanced. It is controlled. Your leg is reaching out and away from you, straight ahead, and you're doing the rotation from your upper body. It's not a side bending motion. It's not vigorous. It's deep and it's controlled. We've got one more time as we twist towards the other side. Keep your knees in the air and send your spine back over. Curl the head and shoulders forward now, and we're going to bring both hands on towards your left knee and stretch your right leg away. You want to get the idea that you're constantly trying to curl your way away from the roller, but without actually leaving it. And then draw your knee in and stretch the other leg away. We're going to do this with a little bit of a percussive kind of breath. So we're going to go, and we keep reaching the leg out long, lengthening through, and we'll go for 2 more and bring it all the way in. From here, we're going to stretch the arms, stretch the legs, circle them around and draw them back in, and reaching out and away and pulling back. As your arms go back, don't let them go past your ears. Deepen and pull in. This is called double leg stretch. As we reach out, draw it all the way in, put your feet to the floor, hands to the head, and enjoy your stretch over the back of the roller. And then let's bring you all the way up here. So we're going to change a few things now. We're going to come onto all fours. So you may not think that being on all fours is too much of a core challenge, but trust me, we're going to show you that it is. So you're going to allow yourself to be with your shins touching against the top of the roller and hands underneath shoulders. So we're still in our quadruped shape of hands, shoulders, knees, hips alignment, making sure your elbow creases don't flick out. So as a regression or a starting point, you can keep your feet on the floor, but for the kicker, of course, we're going to not let the toes touch the ground. So we're going to begin with our opposite arm and leg action. So we slide an arm and we slide the opposite leg away, and then bringing them back underneath. So of course, this is a major balancing exercise, But you can't balance without the support of those beautiful abdominal muscles and those deeper core muscles that are lying right along and next to the spine. So if you didn't know this already, your diaphragm, which is your most important breathing muscle, is one of your core muscles. So make sure that you're still breathing in and breathing out as you're doing this movement. Lengthening long and returning back. This is not one of those times where you want to throw that leg all the way out behind you and up to the ceiling. It's more of a reaching with fingertips and toe tips to the opposite sides. All right, so that was phase 1. Stay with it if you need to. Here we go for phase 2. As we stretch the arm and leg away, pause, and then we're going to open arm and leg out to the side and bring them back. We're staying here for 4 in a row. Open and return. 2 more. Keep your eye gaze looking more down than forward. Ooh. And 1 more. And then bringing it all the way back home. We've got the other side to go. Reach it out. Find your balance. That's the most important. What if instead of taking the arm and leg out, you chose to just hold that position through the number of repetitions or the time it would take you to open and close your leg 4 times? It will be just as good as you're building up different strength in the body. Whew. We're going to take a little break for a moment and just give your hands a rest, and we'll come up and we'll finish with our finale of these. So same alignment, and then here's the deal. We're going to do same arm and same leg. So you're going to allow for a transfer of weight to one side as you reach your arm and your leg out, and there is no need for it to feel like it's perfect, and then coming back. And other side, you've got to let that lean happen, reaching the arm and the leg away, and bringing it back down again. Oh, this is not an easy exercise by any means, but see if you can give yourself a giggle through the movement. And as you're coming down, really try and slow it down gently, quietly towards the mat, which is the hardest thing to do, actually, in my opinion. We've got another 1 to go. Ooh, finding balance. I forgot which side we started on. I think it was the side, so we've got 1 more to finish off as we go the other side. So remember, if this is just seeming impossible, just lightly touch your back toes down onto the mat and you will find what you're after. And then coming all the way toward the floor again. Nice work. All right, let's make our way up into standing now. So as you do, just a little tip. If you're on a mat surface, it's going to make it a little bit more challenging for your balance. So if you would prefer, you can always go onto a steadier surface like the flooring next to you. So what we're going to begin with is our hands holding onto the roller. And we're going to extend the back leg away from you. And you're going to start to lean your body forward. And as you do, you're going to reach your arms out in front of you. So nice, steady, easy balance. And then let's lower the arms down as you tap your foot towards the floor. And then we're going to go out and balance again, reaching the arms away from you, your foot behind you, and then coming back towards the mat. Maybe in your imagination you have a feeling of making a capital T with your body, where you're nice and flush, top of the foot and head and arms all in balance with each other. So it's a super easy fold over the top leg, but it's definitely going to get some muscles working around your middle body and definitely, of course, around the hip on the standing leg. All right, let's switch to the other side. So sending the opposite leg back, begin just with a nice slow, easy motion. So as you start to lead that leg away from the floor, lengthen the arms out in front of you. So making the arms straight with the leg is going to be a little easier to find your balance, as the balance between the arms and the legs seems even, with long arms and long legs out in front and behind. And working nice and steadily, slowly, working on your ankle support, your balance. All of these things are so good for us. Otherwise we wouldn't be doing them, would we? And then we have 1 more time to go as we reach the arms forward and the leg back behind. Now, I know we've just done it, but we're going to do something pretty similar to what we did on the floor. So send your first leg back behind again, reaching the arms out long. Now keep the arms where they are, but extend the leg out to the side and bring it back. There are only 4 in a row. You can do it. And out and in. You got 2 more. And it's totally normal for your balance to change and shift. And returning the foot, returning the arms. Let's go for the second side. Out it goes. And again, just try not to get caught up in the language of, oh, I can't do this, or this is tough, or I'm falling all over the place. Give yourself some positive affirmations or create some positive mood words like, I'm really enjoying this. This is highlighting things I didn't know were a challenge for me. And then coming all the way back and down. All right, I'm going to turn to face you now so you can see what we're doing, because this is going to blow your mind a little bit. Are you ready? We're going to send our roller up and over to the side. So we've got one arm straight, the other elbow bent underneath. We're going to swing the roller through to the other side and then bring it back and across, circling the roller above your head. And presto, we are here on side 2. So we swing it through once, we thread it through twice and circle above the head. And again, let's pick the pace up a little bit. So to the side, side and over to side 2. Lift it up and circle atop. And again, over 1 and thread it to the top and to whatever side you're on. Last one as we take it all the way over. Woohoo, you made it. Don't you feel amazing in your shoulders? All right, we're going to finish with our last exercise now, which again is a challenge. It's a balance challenge. It's a lot of hip movement. It's a lot of leg strength and of course coordination. You're going to be rolling out on your shin. If you need support of something, put a surface in front of you, a wall, a windowsill, a table, a chair, so that you can hold onto it for support. Because you're rolling on your shin, there's not a lot of muscle tissue there, so it might feel a little bit painful, but I promise you it shouldn't end up in bruising. But let's give it a go. So we're going to start down and having your position of your roller at your knee or just below your knee. Front leg is in a folded shape, and we're just going to let the hands rest onto the front leg. So we're going to roll ourselves all the way up into a stand and then roll ourselves back toward our knee. And again, roll ourselves up into a stand and then rolling it back towards the knee. So you'll notice that I just moved my roller to suit my leg position and length a little bit more, and that's totally possible for you as well. Now you can keep your hands on your knee, or you can start to extend the arms forward in front and then bring them down to your side as you stand up. This is like super squat exercise kind of feeling. It's pretty amazing. You've got 2 more to go. Whew, and 1 more. And then standing yourself up. Let's go ahead and repeat on the other side. I like to start in the low position and just getting your balance here, feeling what's going to happen. Hands onto the front knee. And we're going to bring ourselves all the way up. Totally lost the roller with me. And then flick your toes back as you need to, and then sitting yourself down, pressing the roller back and bringing yourself forward. So there's a transfer backward and a transfer forward as you roll out the front of your foot and the front of the shin. If you're with me, we've got forearm reaches as you go out and pulling it back in. And hopefully you're smiling while you're doing this. Oh, last 2. And smile the biggest, because this is the last one. And bringing it all the way back to the top. All right, people, that is your foam roller fun for today. See you in another video soon.